Well, hi, boys and girls. Welcome to the last episode of Season 1. I had a whole lot of fun working with you in Season 1, and I really hope you enjoyed Season 1 too. I thought for this last episode, I would go through a compilation of all the things that we did this marking period and go over all the really cool stuff and share my memories with you. So enjoy. So this is what innovation looks like. This year, you, Mr. McLaughlin, and sometimes me, will be exploring all the different facets of innovation. How do we innovate? What kinds of things can we come up with? And can we create? What things have other people come up with? What things might we see in the future? So this course is all about having some fun and learning some things.
Good to be here. That's great. Thank you. Welcome to our first Zoom meeting. I would like you to turn your screen into the speaker view. That's the button in the upper right.
It's Iam. Hi, Iam.
Press speaker view. Then I would like you to turn on the chat window. That is the button at the bottom that has the little bubble sign on it.
That is right down here to chat.
So your screen should look like mine with the speaker in the center and some pictures of your classmates across the top. And this is how we're going to set up our screen. Also make sure you have a nice, respectful, be responsible, and be safe. Being respectful means to make your Zoom name your first and last name. Use school appropriate language. Make sure you are in a quiet space. No TV or music in the background. Follow your Zoom leader's rules for muting. Stay muted when you're asked to. Do your best to be in a listening, learning position. Crisscross applesauce, sitting still. These are some good suggestions. Listen to others as they speak. Use your headphones if others are in.
So that is our little lesson here on Zoom, which is really, really innovative and I think is really awesome. You're going to have a chance to be practicing this all week and for the rest of the marking period with your instructors. Before the printing press was invented, any writings and drawings had to be completed painstakingly by hand. Several different materials were used to transcribe books. They used clay and papyrus, wax, and parchment. It wasn't just anyone who was allowed to do this. This work was done usually for somebody called a scribe. In hundreds, people had developed a very basic form of printing. It involved letters or images cut on blocks of wood. A German man named Johann Gutenberg was quite a machine. He could make the printing process a lot faster. Out and then use the leftover pieces to trace the rest of my rectangle. We have the log. Let's see what else we have. We have an earring.
Oh, I want the earring. I want the earring.
Pencils.
All the stuff has to be put back. That's the way a geocache works. Now be quiet.
A bracelet. A bottle cap. A rock. And open up the logbook. Look at all the people who have found this
and signed it. Let's see. So today is the 10th.
Mr. McLaughlin, the camera's going crooked. We can't see.
9,
Yeah, you kind of need to fix that.
20, 20. And we're going to write innovation class. Hopefully, if you come and look, you can find the log. We can see that there's another sheet of log and more.
Hi, I am Sarah. Yep, I'm turning on the video now. I am just crossing a bridge.
Okay, so for this cache, we are going to drive across the bridge, but not the bridge you think. So this one is a little hard to find. You have to go down a road that looks like it's a dead-end road, but it does lead to a park. And we're gonna go look for this geocache now to see if we can find it. It's done by the Girl Scouts. Okay, so we're outside now, and I'm gonna go and see if I can find it. Let me go flip the camera around. Walk up to this pole. And let's see what we got here. Just looks like a pole. What's this? This looks interesting. Oh, look at that. It looks like we have found the geocache. Let's see what's in here. There's all kinds of things in here. I don't think the whole pole comes up. I guess that's just to keep it from falling all the way through. So here's the log. Let me go sign the log and then put everything back. The log, we're gonna sign it. Looks like we're number 33. So there we go, we signed it. Innovation, Mr. McLaughlin, and this was inside of it. And this was inside, so we're gonna put it all back in and put it.
Grab him and throw him onto the stage. And here we go. Oh, wait. No. I didn't mean to be playing that. No. Yeah. No. Here's my friend, Bogart.
Well, thank you, Mr. McLaughlin, for introducing me. I am here to... Wait a minute. Where's the color? Could you please add some color, Mr. McLaughlin?
Yeah. Oh, yep. Sorry, forgot. Here's your color.
Wow, that was so super cool.
Wow, that was really awesome. What's called forced perspective. Here's what it looks like.
So what you have here is a regular empty glass of water, and then Mr. McLaughlin jumps in and starts swimming.
So you can see it's starting to rain right now, and the rain is starting to pick up a little bit. You can see it's coming down my face. And yeah, it's getting heavier as we are speaking, and the wind is starting to pick up. It's getting kind of hard to talk. It's really picking up, and now the rain is really coming at my face. This is really, really bad.
And it looks like we have lost Mr. McLaughlin to the storm.
I'm going to try and see what it's like to be animated. Here we go. Hey, look at that. Now I'm animated just like all the other characters in our innovation classroom.
Hey, Mr. McLaughlin, I am glad to have you in our classroom.
And I thought maybe I would show you how the animation is done. And you can see when I open it up, I have our friend, I am Anthony Innovator, on stage. So what I can do is I can move Anthony around and all of the sequences in between. So for example, if I told our friend Sarah Stark Coder that I just want her to do some kind of motion, like stand there idly and just kind of hang out. All I really have to do is click on Sarah and tell her to stand there, and she will animate all by herself. I don't really have to do much else other than that. Now I'm going to...
And my name is Sarah Starcoder, and I would like to echo that of my friend Iam and say, have a great week. Good cheer.
And almost all the way up. I wanted to be careful so I didn't make a mess, because it moved really quickly because it was hot. And there we go. Tube filled up. Next step is you take the tube off the syringe, and you can put the extra stuff back into the pot because we're going to be using that. And you take the tube and you put it into an ice water bath. And then you let it sit for like 3 minutes. So I sped this process up a little bit and cut the film. So when you're done, you come back and you take something like a plate. I found out later that wasn't such a good choice. A cup works better. And then you take the tube out of the liquid, and the agar has jellified the apple juice. And now we're ready to push it out of the tube. And the way we do that is with the same syringe, only this time it is full with air. And we push the tube on the end of the syringe, and I found I have to hold the tube and hold it onto the syringe and press the bottom of the syringe really, really hard, and then the noodle starts to come out. It's pretty difficult to do, but once you do, it does kind of shoot out of the tube, and then you're ready to do it again and again and again and again. It takes a lot of time to go ahead and make an entire plate of noodles. So we're going to use that time-lapse technique, and you can watch me very quickly go through and make another whole batch of noodles. Our honey caviar. I thought it looked pretty cool. Here is a close-up for you. So the plate with my caviar. Put my caviar on first, and then my noodles. Doesn't that look good? So we have this flavor of strawberry and honey and apple and a little bit of lemon flavor right on top. I'm going to sort this out a little bit, get it a little bit neater, try to make it presentable. Once I get it the way I want to, I'm going to just get a spoon and lightly scoop some of the foam off the top of the jar and put it on top of my dessert. Strawberry apple noodle honey caviar with a lemon foam. Just the paper, because it could slide right out. You want to make sure you hold the lid and the paper and pick it up and then put it on your windowsill. So I'm going to put this on my windowsill and we're going to watch it to see what happens and watch it grow.
Hi, Mr. McLaughlin. What are you up to?
Hi, I am. Hi, Sarah. I hope you're having a great day today. I was just about to flip outside and show the kids how to build this really awesome hydroponics set.
Well, that sounds really cool. We'll stay here and watch.
Well, I'm in the real life. I'm on my deck now. The only thing is, I don't think this is gonna work to do some work for this project. I think I need to change clothes. Ready? 1, 2, 3. So that's better.
Welcome, boys and girls, to the Halloween edition of Innovation. No, just kidding.
That sure is fancy.
So Sarah, I thought maybe you could show the boys and girls how we might use Scratch a little bit to tell our story. Forest. And we didn't have to draw and animate all of those trees. We only had to draw 2 trees. And if we wanted to modify the trees, we could. You know, if you wanted to go through and maybe make them an apple tree, you could do that. You know, we could put in some red. Find a nice red maybe. There's a good red. And then we could draw in a little circle or an apple if we wanted to, you know. So that way this side of the tree maybe has apples on it, right? And then the other trees don't have apples. So that way we can see the difference between the 2 trees. It might make it a little bit easier. Or, you know, you could add more apples to this one, but they're in different spots. So we can really see, you know, the difference between the front and the back. So now I have him running through an apple orchard. And 145. So I'm going to put in the numbers 210 and 145. Click on my cat again. Go to the code block. 210, 145. And when my cat goes to that spot, I want it to say that the cache was found, right? We go to that spot and we're going to check to see if it found it. We're going to see if this method works. So we're going to use that method that we defined earlier and use it again. That's the beauty of defining blocks. Once you've created them, you can use them over again. So we're going to check to see if we found it. So let's give this a try and see how long it takes our cat to find the prize using the actual GPS coordinates. Here we go. Green flag, 0 seconds. Let me do that again. 0 seconds. Move the cat anywhere on the screen and hit green flag. 0 seconds. It takes the cat no time at all to find it. So if you have the GPS coordinates, it is really, really easy to find our cat. Okay, so that was a whole lot of fun. Oh,
one last thing, we might want to get rid of this variable, numbers of servings, because that's kind of ugly. So we'll click on variable and just hit this uncheck box. Okay, now we're ready. So let's start with 1 serving. You will need water, collect 0.3333 cups, that's 1/3 cup. You will need apple juice, half a cup of apple juice, looks like we need some spaces. You will need agar, collect 2 grams. And then we have our recipe, our steps. So let's put some spaces in here. And try it again with 5 servings. So you have to do the math. You will need 1.6, that's 1 2/3 cup water. You will need 2.5 cups of apple juice, and you will need 10 grams of agar. So that's great. So now we can go ahead and figure out how to do all of our calculations. This is a great way to use Scratch to make it into a little calculator for you for certain different projects.
So now we have the Earth in space. So the next thing we may want to do is put in some text. So go in here into Paint, a broadcast. So I'm going to broadcast a message. In broadcast message, it's right here. I can change the message. So show itself when I receive the message, show poll. So let's give this a try. See, they're gone. And there they show up. So that worked out great. So, ooh, how about Frankenstein? Ooh, I like Frankenstein. So we're going to add in Frankenstein. And we're going to have Frankenstein do 2 events 10 times to go through the costume. We could look at his costumes and see how many costumes he has. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 costumes for the next time we run the program. So let's give this a try and see what we have. I'm going to make it full screen and hit our green flag. And here we go. Watch me as I get close to the castle door. I'm watching. He's getting closer. And...
That's scary.
That was scary.
With me and my friends, I am and Sarah, and yeah, even that pumpkin back there. We had a great time. I hope you did too. See you next time.
Thank you so much for being here with us, Sarah. Thank you, everyone, for watching our episode today. And keep coding, keep learning. Bye for now.